days since we got that hay bine out and laid down some hay. It is looking really dry, so we are out here right now raking it up. We're going to end up doing some small squares today. This is the first cutting, so we'll do some small squares and we'll fill 2 wagons. That's all we have anyway, and then we'll round bale the rest. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I did a few passes already. I did one little section already down below and making sure everything is working good. As you can see, this is windrowed here. Some nice, pretty decent windrow here. The thing with these, the trick is you don't want to get too much, because even with that small square baler and round baler, it can be a headache trying to back up, and if you overfeed the head there. But yeah, wheel rake is looking pretty good. Got the 40/40 out. Beautiful tractor. I love running this on my hay equipment here, especially raking. It's known for, it's got a lot of hours on rake, so we'll continue here, get this knocked out probably in about an hour, maybe hour and a half. I'll have this knocked out, and then like I said, we'll go down and grab the small square baler. I'll probably run that on our 44/40. I'll probably run that on there, so that'll be all right. But yeah, kind of a cloudy day here. We had the sun out this morning. It's about 10 o'clock right now, I believe. Well, after 10. And I was surprised that it was supposed to be clear skies today. Fairly warm, but not all that warm out here. So, see there, the clouds are moving fairly decent. Yeah, this is exciting. I wish you guys could smell this right now. This is like the best smell ever. We'll pick up, go through the windrow. This has already been raked, like I said. I got this piece already done, so I'll try to avoid getting into that. Corn's looking really good. The corn and beans is looking awesome. I'm excited to see that. So I did get a question on the last episode there, why we weren't putting this first cutting of hay into the harvester. That was our blue silo that we have over there, or I guess proper would be harvester. Biggest reason is we're putting that for corn silage. We have 2 of them. Both are used for corn silage 98% of the time, because how it works out is we have some in our other silo, so we're really not going to empty the one that we're currently using by the time we start chopping corn. It's not quite working out like that. We'll have a couple more feedings out of it, probably a few weeks or close to a month of pulling out of that old one before we get to the new one, by the time it ferments and stuff like that. So it kind of works out like that. We've been doing the same thing for years. One time Grandpa did lay some on the ground, compacted it, ended up wrapping it, but now that concrete slab has something on it, so that worked one time. I thought about doing that again. Kind of works nice, especially with the skid steer. Go right under and grab it. But so yeah, that's what we're doing. And then you guys got to remember, I leased some fields not next to the farm here, so that's got alfalfa in it. That alfalfa is probably going to be going into that harvester. I think we're going to have just enough to throw that in there, and add it to our mixture there. So you know, you got to remember we got that as well. And that alfalfa is ready to cut. I checked it the other day, and it is ready. I tried timing it where I could cut it while I'm cutting this hay. It just quite wasn't ready yet. So we got a few more inches on the plant there, and it is ready to be cut. So that'll be something coming up here soon. Probably when we're picking up bales, honestly. I'll probably have Buddy come down, or maybe old man will, or he'll start cutting that while I'm picking up bales. So, well, today will be pretty exciting. I always look forward to small squares, especially when you don't have to stack them and you got the thrower. We got the New Holland baler. We can just throw that. They'll get thrown into the wagon there. You don't have to hand stack them or anything like that. We've upgraded since, you know, back in the day, that's what we did. Turn around here. So yeah, anyway, that's the plan today here. So you guys will see that firsthand. Need some small squares, which is nice to see. And for us, you know, we don't have a huge amount of, you know, herd here. We do have our beef cows that we just bought. They'll be getting some round bales, and we're going to be wrapping some bales as well. I got a buddy here. It's about an hour west of us here, and in Wisconsin here, and he is going to be dropping off the wrapper, and we're going to end up wrapping some bales. So you guys might want to stay tuned for next episode. I think we're going to have a lot going on. I think we're going to be wrapping bales as well as cutting alfalfa and picking up bales as well. Because we'll leave the bales out in the field for a couple days here. We won't pick them up today yet. So yeah, it's probably going to be a pretty packed one on the next one here. So, which, as you know, as any dairy farm, it's pretty much how it goes. And then, you know, you got to remember, we don't have that much hired hand or help. So usually the old man, if he can help, that's great. But he's also got a full-time job. So got to do what we got to do. And I did not put that down for that. Yeah, I'm going to finish this up, and we'll get everything hooked up here, and we'll start slinging some small squares. It's pretty exciting to see. I think you guys will truly enjoy that. It's pretty relaxing doing any kind of hay work. As long as it doesn't get too hot, that's where it kind of gets iffy. In the small squares, we'll probably end up pulling them in that shed there, just to keep them kind of dry. Or I'll pull them up top, and I can just grab the gator and throw 3 or 4 on the back of it to feed the cows for the ones that I'm using them for, so it's not a huge deal. Yeah, it'll be a little sloppy here. It's kind of a mess. Like I said, we don't want to leave too big of bed rolls. It causes issues, especially with that small square bale. And then we'll pick up from here, and I think that we're going to call it good right there. We can pretty much get everything else that we need to here. So let's fold the wheel rake up here. Then we're going to head down and grab our raw square bale. Alrighty, we do have the 4440 hooked up to the 575 here, and we have our other bale trailer out there right now. I got the 4020 hooked up to it. I figured I didn't use that tractor enough, so plan is, like I said, we're going to fill 2 wagons, and I'll end up parking them, bringing some down here and then unloading it into that lean-to. Actually, I might be able to back them in there. That's kind of what I was thinking. We used to just leave them out in our cold storage there, but I kind of want a little bit more convenience. So we're going to take them and try to mess with them. But anyway, for now we're going to fill 2 wagons, and then we're going to get the round baler hooked up to the tractor here and finish off this first cut with the round baler. So let's get to it here. I think we're going to take off this first field here. No, actually, we'll start down here. It'll be alright. So we gotta unfold this here. And then you can see there I can control that. Kind of keep it lined up somewhat. We'll go through quite a bit of bales here. I mean, it won't take long to fill these 2 wagons, that's for sure. Alright, it's lower ahead here. Turn it. Everything's looking good. See there? Everything is moving pretty good. Alright, let's get to it here. So, I'm going to go a little bit slow on these first few bales here, just to make sure that they're not falling apart. Twine's working like it should. That twine's been in there quite a while. And I'm missing somewhat of the roll. See, the header on this is not as wide as the baler, round baler. Got 1 bale, 2, 3. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's back her out. I'm just going to leave it run, which is kind of risky. Seems to be good. Now these bales are looking pretty good. Alright. Continue. First, I gotta put the head down here. Yep. Now we'll have a few that will probably kick out, and we'll probably end up missing the wagon. That's totally fine. Picking up a few is not going to hurt. It's when you got to pick up 100. I apologize, we got a lot of corners here, so I'm trying not to lose any. Alrighty, folks. So we got everything picked up besides just a little bit of grass here and here. But you can see here, we got a few small squares. We probably got a dozen small squares on the ground, and we want to get them picked up. So I'll end up grabbing the wagon. We got a third wagon down there. That's the one we used to stack on. I'll end up grabbing that, and we'll go pick up some bales here. Trying to make sure I get them picked up, because they'll end up disappearing as soon as this grass gets blowing here. So I got all the round bales up. Now the thing is, I went and tested the moisture on these round bales here, which is odd, but anyway, we're gonna end up wrapping all these round bales. So pretty much everything that you see here, I think we ended up getting a couple more down there, but not a whole lot. Obviously we did quite a bit of small squares. We got 2 full wagons, plus another 12 or so on the ground. But we're gonna end up wrapping all this first crop here, so as far as round bales go. So that's the plan anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go get the wagon and pick up a little bit more, couple spots. I don't have enough to make another round bale, I don't think. So yeah, we got a mess in the yard here. We got everything. I've been filling up these tractors, putting diesel in it here, and kind of leaving stuff. But I think we're going to use the 4040 here, hook up to that hay wagon. Once again, this tractor is going to sit with the round baler until this afternoon. Once I get chores and stuff done, I'll put more things away. I'm thinking the hay wagons, I think we can back them in our lean-to here. Now, normally I would put hay in here, which I will probably end up putting some hay bales in here as well, but we're going to end up backing them in there. It's just going to be easier being right next to the farm here. I can just throw them in there when we're milking and stuff. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. And we'll hook up, there's the bale trailer there. So that's the one that we used to stack on. So we had a few of them. That's the one that was been restored and stuff. So all right, let's go. We're just going to take this wheel rake here. I'm going to tuck it away. Gonna get it out of the way for now, and then because we're gonna be doing alfalfa as well, so with the alfalfa we're gonna be raking that, so we'll be needing it here soon. So a bag of seed there. Alright, I'm gonna go pick up some small squares. Like I said, I think we've got about a dozen out there. I think's what we got, so. Well, we had a few more bales down than I thought, so we ended up having 15 bales on the ground. So you can see here I got a few more that I'm gonna probably stack coming out there. So yeah. This is how we used to do it, stack them nice and neat on the wagon here. I'll probably throw a few more on here, especially the ones that are falling out. Get them nice and stacked on here, and then we'll see if I get these bale trailers put away nice and neat. Alrighty, folks, it's been quite a few hours later here. I just finishing up chores, starting loading some manure here. We got quite a bit of pile of solid manure here, and then we also got quite a bit in our tank here for liquid manure as well. So next episode we'll be definitely wrapping some bales on that first crop here on them round bales. I ended up, the hay wagons would not fit in here. I couldn't get them in, so the first one there, which is behind me, I ended up unloading that. The old man and I come over, and we unloaded that into here. So that's the first hay wagon. Now it's in here. It's in storage. It's dry, so it'll dry out even more. This one here, we got a couple ideas with it. We're gonna throw some of that in the barn here, and then probably stack the rest on there, and then probably on the ground. So that's the plan anyway. But for now, I'm gonna head in for supper. Pretty tired here, so it's been a pretty good day. Definitely got some work to do yet. Like I said, we got to get them round bales out of the field, wrap them, and then we're going to cut alfalfa and get into that. And that's going to be thrown into some chopper boxes and then thrown into our harvester there. So Yeah, we got quite the mess in the yard here, but this is a typical summer. This is where we don't usually put things away. We just kind of leave things around because we always need it. Like I said, we'll use the Ford here to cut the second crop, or this, it actually should say first crop of the alfalfa. We'll cut that, and then we'll put the round baler somewhere, or maybe put it back, and then we'll have to grab a couple other different implements there. So, yeah, other than that, hope you guys appreciated this episode here. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a good one.